I am more than ready for this.
Okay, we are going with game number 1 between Splax and KenZy.
And the game has begun. We have Splax as our mysterious blue Protoss spawning in the top right position.
Yeah, and KenZy as a Zerg player, red Zerg player in the bottom right position. So KenZy will find him with a first attempt with Overload. That's always good for a Zerg.
Yeah, I think Zerg would like to spawn in these positions because he's gonna scout him with Overload right away. Meanwhile, Protoss has a lot of options here. Let's see what option is gonna Splax go.
The only issue like from a Zerg perspective, I can see that if he will scout that Protoss is over here, he will not be able to take third expansion with a gas relatively safely. So he will be forced to make mineral only on or expansion in second natural. So it should like change the game a little bit, at least.
Yeah, let's focus for a while on scouting from Splax. So he's checking for Overlord right now. So he wants to see an Overlord if it's there, because you see on the 3 o'clock position is there right in the expansion. So he couldn't see it on 9 o'clock. So he's now gonna assume that he's in fact on bottom right corner, and he's gonna be right about it.
Yeah, that's really interesting scouting, and then he's starting with fast gateway, so he's not afraid of KenZy. He wants to apply some pressure, especially that this is not fighting spirit when you can make one zealot and make tight wall. You will have one small gap and second pretty big gap when you need 2 units to hold it. So we will need to see very good micro out of Splax to be able to stay in this game, I would say.
Oh, I'd like this probe to actually block the hatchery. When you open up with a gateway, you don't really need to scout right away. It's more important to actually block the hatchery, block the Zerg from making the hatchery rather than scouting if it's 9 pull or over.
Oh, that's really good information. Yeah, that's smart because no matter what will happen, you will go with this zealot and try to apply pressure. And if it's aggressive, you will
just
be
gonna
safe.
keep making these zelts, right?
Yeah, and he's staying at home with. Maybe he's waiting for second zealot. I don't know. But yeah,
at this point, Protoss has some options right now. Depending on how many Zerglings KenZy is going to make, Splax can either choose to, see, now he's going for Nexus right now, so he's pausing his Zealot production now. So he wants to be on the defensive position here, forcing KenZy to actually apply pressure.
Yeah, and every Zergling which KenZy will do will cost him a drone, so it might be pretty interesting, especially that there will be like, I saw 8 links overall, if I'm correct. Yeah, there are 8 links overall, and 3 zealots will be there on time, so I think Mr. Splax is ready for this kind of attack.
He just needs to... yeah, that was so close.
Yeah, that was so close, and that might be terrible for him. Oh, he should
go. Especially, so...
Oh my goodness, you shouldn't allow... Oh my god. That's bad. Oh, instantly going out with the zealots to apply some pressure.
Yeah, at least he's got some zealots to... actually, it's not that bad because it will force KenZy to make the additional Zerglings to prevent this 2 zealot pressure. But on the other, he must not lose too many probes.
Yeah, that's not the worst. Oh, but he's sending the zealots on the move. No, he's fighting, but now there is the number of Zerglings that can prevent the zealots from dealing any damage. Still 6 things.
So 2 probes are already dead. The zealot pressure is gone. Splax is not making a cannon. This is crucial. He doesn't have too many zealots.
Yeah, and there is a speed already for the Link, so it will be harder and harder to defend it. Maybe it would even be a good option to make a cannon into your mineral line just to hold, because there was like 6 Links in your main base. That's a lot. Oh, and now the cannon in the natural is dying also.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. No matter what you do, you see Zerglings just streaming in. They felt that Splax is blooding, and he wants to just kill him right here.
Yeah, and I think this is what KenZy should do. When he see that Protoss overextended, he punished him, and for the next game we might see a situation where Protoss will make 2 emergency cannons just in case of not dying.
That's just how ridiculously strong KenZy is. He's not gonna forgive you any kind of mistake.
And that's good, that's good. You should punish every mistake because we are expecting that. We are expecting every small detail to detail, every small mistake to be punished.
Exactly. This is BSL5 Pro League after all. Pro.
Yeah, everyone should be pro. And right now, Pro KenZy is winning against Pro Splax, so it's... It was expected, but I didn't expect that it will end so early.
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm not that surprised. I know KenZy is a monster. He's a monster. Let's see what the game number 2 shows to us.
Yeah, well, the second map will be Aztec, so KenZy is. We expected that he will win on Circuit Breaker, but is Aztec like much better map than Circuit Breaker for PvZ?
It's not. Simply put, it's not. It's just about as bad as Circuit Breaker is, but it's still fine. It's still better than Zergstorm or I don't remember what else maps we have in the map class. But yeah, Aztec is just is fine. I mean, it's even a ladder map, so Splax might have been practicing on it a lot.
Okay, so we are going to the game number 2 on Aztec. Splax versus KenZy, PvZ.
And the game has begun. We have Splax spawning as a yellow mysterious Protoss in the, well, 4 o'clock.
And KenZy is a Zerg, purple Zerg on 12 o'clock position, and he's scouting. This time he's scouting wrongly with his overlord, but it shouldn't matter too much.
Yeah, he's gonna still scout him with a drone, so that's the same story. The real question is, what is Splax gonna do about this game? He may probably blame himself for sending out these 2 zealots, so he may think that was the case why he lost this game, and I would agree with him. So let's see if he's gonna make a gateway or forge.
Oh, Mr. Erebus Black, thank you for the follow and for the host. Yeah, I'm on. Like, I don't think that Aztec is a map where you can start with fast gateway, right? Because it's pretty hard to make a proper wall in here, or it's still doable over here.
No, it's basically the same wall, and maybe a little bit even better than Secret Breaker. Also, we're gonna see in fact a gateway. So yeah, you can see it's a 10 gateway, so it's not a 9 gateway. So it's gonna be more economical approach.
Yeah, we are casting from replays today because we have to cast it earlier, and it would be 7 AM on USA or on Canada, so we didn't want to make it to Mr. Dragon, for example. So I think it's still fine. Players played their games yesterday.
Yeah, granted, live casts are better for us viewers, but they're not better for players, right? So these games are gonna be, in fact, just as good as they get. There will be no lag whatsoever for them. There will be no additional burden from the casters.
Yeah, and production value should be better right now because we are not seeing any lag, and I think everyone can see everything properly because like yesterday I had to screen share and I saw that the quality of production dropped a little bit because of that.
Okay, so anyway, let's focus on the game. So we see again Overpool, we see Gas, I mean Extractor from KenZy, and he's made 4 Zerglings so far. KenZy scouted that it's a gateway, but Splax is going to do pretty much the same thing as he did last. Just defensive zealots. He's not applying pressure. He just wants the possibility of. Oh, I think Splax is a little bit overreacting here.
Yeah, I think he's not making another zealot. Maybe he wants to make a forge right after that. This wall-in is pretty tight, but
Yeah, I mean it's not that super bad for. Oh no, it's
Another
happening
one
again.
it didn't look good in the last game, and I don't think it will look good in this game for our Protoss player.
So the thing is, KenZy already mined the 100 gas needed for speeding. So when speedlings kick in, it's gonna be super difficult to deal with the.
Yeah, he's punishing the probe line, and he's not only killing the probes, he's not letting them mine.
Oh, that's third probe down. Finally, the 2 Zerglings went down. That's 3 probes at this stage of the game.
Still, there are 3 probes in the natural, and they are not mining, so economy of Splax is really bad, and his tech will be badly delayed. It's good for him that the Nexus is in production, but he's not making any cannon.
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned right now because speedings must be nearly finished, and I can see KenZy making a lot of Zerglings. So where is the cannon? Splax desperately needs a cannon.
Yeah, he needed, and he have 4 zealots, so that's a lot, and he's still losing more probes in the main base. Oh my god, almost entire probe line is gone.
Oh my god, so few probes, and
GG.
Splax just gives up.
Oh, poor Splax. Like, it was 10 minutes of both games, probably.
Yeah, I mean, Splax is not